This podcast is brought to you by Martin Kearns and the Valor of Valhalla series. In the battle between two ancient evils, can one naive young man become the last hope against powerful creatures of legend? Beneath the Veil is the gripping first book in the Valor of Valhalla dark urban fantasy series. If you like reluctant heroes, infernal myths, and bloody epic clashes, then you'll love Martin Kearns' formidable foray into the unknown. So head on over to readkearns.com and grab yourself a copy of Beneath the Veil today. Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Stories, the True and the Fictional. We are the podcast that supports all the indie authors and all storytellers from all around the world. I'm one of your hosts, J.A. Bryden, but with me always is the wonderful resident reader, Ryan. How are we going, Ryan?
Good, mate. I am living the dream. I am awake. It is just before 7 a.m. and this is very rare for me to be awake this early, but I'm happy to do it for one of our indie authors that we're going to be talking to today. So very, very happy to be awake. I have my energy drink to wake me up. Well, proudly sponsored by V, not really. But yeah, I'm good to go, man. I'm living the dream. I'm still waiting for my Living the Dream shirt to arrive in the mail. And as soon as it arrives, I'll be wearing it proudly.
Yes, guys, we do have merch, so feel free to support the show by grabbing a shirt pictured below. And yes, we do have sponsors, Rebecca Cassells and Martin Kearns. You've probably heard their names a million times if you've been listening to this show, but check them out. They're great authors, great people, and something
and they
for
pay
everyone.
us. They pay us. So even though you have heard their names, a million times, you're going to hear them a million more, because until they stop paying us, we're going to keep saying it.
Yes.
So no, but they're awesome friends of the show. Martin Kearns and Rebecca Castle, urban horror fantasy and stories modeled off Henry Cavill.
Yes. Yes. It's hard to find someone who does not like Henry Cavill, but
yeah.
I digress. Let's get into today's show. Today's guest is none other than Emma Wilson Kanamori. How are we?
Hi. I'm good. How are you guys?
We are going well. I'm not allowed to say it, but I am living something.
Yeah, that if you can say it, but you just need to pay me 50 cents.
Yeah, it's a patented phrase. We actually
You
encourage
know?
you to say it so that
You're-
he gets more
Exactly.
money. Yeah.
Well, let's just say, Ryan, that your shirts wouldn't exist without me. So
Yeah, well, I mean, technically they would, because I didn't know you were doing merch for the show, and if I did know that you were doing merch for the show and we could do merch for the show, I would just find a way to make that happen. So
okay.
I want more people to live the dream like I live the dream every damn day.
Yes, that's it. All right, before we get too crazy, the first question that we always ask our guests is, who is Emma Wilson Kanamori?
She's a writer. Obviously, or you guys wouldn't have her on this show. She's also an artist. I should stop talking in third person because that's a little bit creepy. But yeah, I love to write. I've been writing since I was a wee baby. I love to draw. I love to create anything really. And I am living in definitely not sunny old Scotland and living the dream. There you go, 50 cents.
Yeah, 50 cents, thank you. Thank you. That's going towards the rent. That's going towards the rent this week.
Oh,
Excellent.
thank God.
Awesome.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. To confirm, it's very late there in Scotland at the moment. So thank you very much for staying awake to come and have a chat with us today. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for waking up at the evil hours of 7 a.m. to
Oh,
have me
that's all
on your
right.
show.
Well,
I find I work better if I'm like there's a certain period of time, because I am a night owl myself. I generally, like, Jamie messaged me last night saying, "Don't forget about tomorrow morning," because he knows I'm a night owl. And I said no at 8:30. I said I'm going to bed so I can be up bright and early. And then I didn't end up going to sleep till about 1:15. But
Mm,
I find I
classic.
I work better on, I think, between 5 to 6 hours sleep. I'm more active. But if I'd had a full 8 hours sleep, I probably would
Yeah.
still be half asleep. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that
But
actually that's the case for me too. So maybe it's a weird night owl thing. Who knows?
it could be. It could be. Like I have been. I used to be one of those people that was up at like 6 a.m.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Every morning, and I used to be asleep by 10:30 at night. But
Wow.
just over the last few years, I've just been kind of, I go to bed nice and early, but then I read for a couple of hours, and then, I play a game on my tablet for a couple of hours, and then I listen to a podcast for a couple of hours, and before you know it, it's 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning. So,
Yeah.
um,
You are in bed
that
though,
that's
right?
I am in
Yeah, that
bed from
counts.
like
Yeah, that
8:30,
counts
9
towards the
o'clock. So it still works for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Excellent. So for those who know the show very well, we do icebreaker questions. People love
Yes,
hearing these responses. We get a lot
yes.
of similar ones, but we've had to
Hmm.
modify them to to disallow all the political answers. So we encourage
Yeah,
selfishness here. Um,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
uh, yeah, why don't you take it away, Ryan?
All right, cool. All right, so Emma, I'm going to set the scene for you. We live in a perfect world, an almost perfect world.
Right. Love
There
that.
is world peace, no war, no cruelty to people, no cruelty to animals. No one's excluded, everyone's included. It's an amazing world. It's the world that we want to live
Wonderful.
in.
Yeah.
So, considering that we live in that world already, what is something that you would get rid of?
Um, I would have to say the concept of food expiring.
Okay, cool, cool. I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
Yeah,
So
it's mhm.
would you get rid of actual, would you make food last forever, or would you just get rid of the expiry dates on the boxes so we don't know?
See, I had a feeling that you might ask that, and the devil in me wants to say the second one, but no, the I'd rather food last forever because I have a tendency to not pay attention to the little dates on the
Yeah.
food. And I one time I left a box of pineapples in the fridge, and I had no idea that you could accidentally create like pineapple moonshine if you do that. Like I was getting tipsy off of pineapple that had gone well beyond its expiry date. And I was like, wow, this is really tingly on the tongue. I'm sure that's not indicative of anything at
Mm.
all. And yeah, by the time I'd finished it, I was nice and tipsy. So makes for a great story, not really good pineapples.
So in short, if you want to get drunk, leave a box of pineapples in the
Yeah,
fridge for
Yeah.
way too long.
Yeah.
yeah, easy peasy.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome. I
handmade
like it.
support
I
small businesses.
No, no, I like that because like my wife's exactly the same. She will leave like the amount of times that I've got rid of expired milk or expired products from the fridge that we
Yeah,
buy, and then we're like, oh yeah, we're going to use that, and then we never do. And
yeah,
I can get behind that. No food wastage, no nothing, no
yeah,
no not having to worry about anything like that.
Mm.
yeah. No surprise chunks in your milk that you thought was good for
Exactly.
another week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. That's what I like that. I like that answer a lot.
Awesome. All right, so the next one is what is something on your bucket list?
So I have always wanted, and I've never actually been there to go to the United States, but specifically, I want to do like a road trip, like along like Route 66 or whatever.
Oh, yes.
It's
Mhm.
such a huge country, which is
Mm.
utterly foreign to me
Yeah.
living on a tiny island. And just the sights you can see driving through the desert. I want to see the desert up close. Like it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I've
Mhm.
always wanted to just do a road trip with someone, blast some cool tunes, vibe. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorite comedians, because my background is, even though I've never been there and I really want to go there, is my Scottish I have
Hey,
Scottish history. Yeah, there you
Me
go.
too.
So
yeah.
but one of my favorite comedians, Billy Connolly, who I believe is Scottish,
Mm,
he does a Route 66 a show where he drives all along Route
Oh,
66 from the start to the finish,
oh, I
and
love that.
yeah, he shows you all the weird and wacky places along, and all the great food restaurants and sights to see along Route 66, and that's one of my favorite documentaries to watch. So
Mm.
I think
Oh,
it'd
I
be
gotta
really
watch
cool to
that.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, absolutely love Billy Connolly, and um I'll watch anything he's in. But yeah, that I could 100% get behind that. I think it's a really good, a really nice, filled with different sights to see and
Mm.
different, I think there was one, so I think it was like the biggest ball of yarn in all of America.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but that looks pretty
America
cool.
has a lot of biggest in the world over there, like monuments and all sorts. It's kind of
They
crazy.
do. Yes. Hmm. Excuse me. Okay, next question is one of our favourites. So Jamie's going to bring up a picture. Now, this question is
Oh,
obviously
gorgeous.
what you can see in front of you is Mount Rushmore in America. So
Hmm.
what we like to ask is, what is on your Mount Rushmore of TV shows? Any genre, just 4 TV shows that you think should belong on the Mount Rushmore.
God, that's such an evil question. I love so many shows. The first that comes to my head is anything Mike Flanagan, like his recent horror series. Haunting of Hill House to me
Yep.
is a perfect story, the perfect of his
Midnight
genre.
Mass.
Midnight Mass, yeah,
Mm,
and Bly Manor, and also Fall of the House of Usher. That's their name.
yeah.
Just he's I love his flavor of horror. It's genuinely my favorite. But I think as a sibling, Hill House has always resonated the most with me. So
Mhm.
rather than just splashing all 4 of Mike Flanagan's series across there, I'll pick Hill House for one. Um, for two, I don't know a lot of people who've watched this weirdly, but I really love the TV series version of From Dusk Till Dawn. Um,
Yep. I've seen
yeah,
it. All 3
yeah,
seasons, I believe. Yep. Loved it.
yeah, yeah. I just man, it's just really good from the pacing of the first season to how it all like is built upon in the second season, and kind of like the creature feature feeling of the third season. It's hugely one of my favorites, and I'm a sucker for vampires all the way.
Yeah.
So from Dusk Till
No,
Dawn for sure.
that great, great. I love how they and I'm a Matt. I only recently discovered the Mike Flanagan stuff. I'd watched Midnight Mass when it came out,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
recently someone put me, because I'm a massive horror nut as well. So
Hell yeah.
um they someone put me on to the Haunting on Hill House, and I watched that and
Mhm.
loved that. And then I watched the Haunting of Bly Manor, and I absolutely loved that. I haven't seen the Fall of the House of Usher, but
Oh, it's great.
I definitely gonna get onto that too. But yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn was I loved the original movie too, and it just
Yeah,
expanded all the lore behind that. So it was such a great
yeah,
series.
yeah, absolutely. Hugely underrated, and I wish more people would watch it because it's
Definitely.
chef's kiss. Um, my number three, and these aren't in any particular order. I love them all, by the way. My
That's
babies. Um, but I love the television adaptation of I believe it's Gillian Flynn's novel Sharp Objects, starring Amy
Okay.
Adams.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
love a good Midwest Gothic. Amy Adams is a killer in her role, and yeah, I picked up the book immediately after finishing it because I loved it so much. And Gillian Flynn's become one of my favorite authors, so
Oh,
definitely recommend.
Hmm.
Um, and I love a good like 1 season show. Like
yeah,
it arrived, it told the story it wanted to tell, and then it left. It didn't like
yeah.
overstay its welcome or anything. So yeah, huge
Okay.
love for Sharp Objects. And number four for me would be specifically the Netflix version because I haven't touched the Resurrected series yet, but Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's just
Mm,
definitely.
yeah, peak for
Definitely.
me. Yeah.
yes.
just no notes. Incredible cinematography, incredible cast, incredible story. And I think I feel like to me it came along around the same time as say Game of Thrones, which felt like a huge TV renaissance during that
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
all in all. And yeah, huge fan. Love those four shows and more than four shows if you're including all of Mike Flanagan's.
Well, I can definitely attest to I again love Daredevil as well. I'm a massive comic book nerd,
Mhm,
but Daredevil Born Again, I have watched it.
mhm.
It does pretty much follow the events of the first three seasons of the Netflix
Cool,
stuff.
cool, cool. Cool,
And
cool.
it is just as good. Like Vincent D'Onofrio is by all means my favorite Kingpin.
Yeah, gosh, wanted to play
And
that role.
he does it really, really well. And Charlie Cox is amazing as Matt Murdock.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you wanna honestly, like my biggest thing about Daredevil ending where it did is we didn't get enough bullseye,
yeah.
and Born Again picks up straight away. So yeah,
Oh,
you
I
get
love
your
that.
bullseye fix, and it does. It's not. I thought it was going to be a reboot, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely not. It follows like everything in the Netflix three seasons happened, and they acknowledge it, and it's just like it's essentially a season four, but it
Oh,
is
I love
also
that.
very, very well done. So if you
Okay.
I know Jamie's kind of was holding off on it too, but guys, I finished it not long ago. It is just as good, if not better, than the Netflix series. So make sure you
I'm
check it
so
out.
glad to hear that. Like nothing
Yes.
hurts more than watching your baby be
Yeah.
picked up and
Yes.
utterly
Drops.
decimated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
oh, I'm glad.
after Matt Murdock's horrible appearance in She-Hulk, this definitely redeems himself back into, the lore of Daredevil. So
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely jump on if you've been holding off. It is such a good show.
absolutely. Awesome.
And I can definitely get behind, or I haven't seen Sharp Objects, but obviously I've seen all the others, but I can definitely get behind all of that. But I definitely will check out Sharp Objects.
Yeah, I hugely recommend it. Great mystery.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
All right. So you're on a tiny island, so this might be a very interesting answer, but what is your zombie apocalypse plan?
Oh boy. This is a great follow-up because I'm gonna reference another TV show, specifically Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, her method, like when she was first introduced into the series, obviously she had essentially chained like two zombies to her wrist so that she smelled like them and
yeah.
the zombies did not react to her. Um, and I figure, well, the world's gonna smell like shit by then anyway, so what's a
Yeah.
little bird smelling like shit?
Yeah.
So if I haven't completely given up on surviving in the apocalypse by the time it happens, I would be smearing myself with dead people juices and
Yummy.
yeah,
Oh, I love it. I was gonna,
adopted zombie.
I thought you might say because 28 days, 28 years later is
Oh
actually
yeah.
set on a small island in Scotland. I thought, there you go,
Oh,
perfect answer for you. So I
oh
don't know if you've
damn.
seen it yet.
No, I haven't made it all the way to 28 years yet. I've
Okay.
actually only recently watched 28 Days, which is kind of a
Okay.
crime, I know,
Yeah.
but looking forward to working my way up the time.
Well, if you want an honest opinion,
Yeah.
Danny Boyle did the first one. He didn't
Yeah.
do the second one,
Oh.
and he did the third one. So
Ah.
you could essentially skip the second one. Look, it's still a good movie, but it's nowhere near as good as the
Yeah.
first and third one. The third
Yeah.
one is absolutely amazing. Me and my wife went and saw it at the cinemas because we're big 28-day weeks and years later fans. So yeah, and this is, I think the third one is actually going to be a trilogy because of the way that it leaves off
Oh.
at the end. So,
Oh yeah.
and Danny Boyle is on board for all of the three movies that they're doing for the last one. So,
Nice.
Yeah, look, the second one's a good movie. It's just nowhere near as good as the first and the third. So,
Yeah,
and that's
it's always when another director takes over, the
yeah.
sort of the flavor
Mm.
shift is always kind of jarring.
And, and he wanted to do it, but he was doing Sunshine at the time,
Right.
and they just couldn't wait for him. So that's the only real reason why. Like, it's not like he
Right.
lost interest. He wanted to do
Mm.
it, but you know what Hollywood's like. They're like, if something's
Yeah.
hot, and I think it came out right in the middle of, when The Walking Dead was, and
Yeah.
all the zombie
Oh
shows
God,
and
yeah, all
movies
the
were coming
zombies.
out. So
Yeah.
they're like, we want to get on board. We want to do this now. We're not going to wait another 12 months for you to finish this movie.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Which I'm glad he didn't abandon, because Sunshine, I'm not a massive sci-fi guy, but Sunshine is probably one of the best
Yeah.
sci-fi movies I've seen in a
I
long
mean, it's
time,
iconic. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, you
But
got his
yeah,
flowers in the end.
well, the third movie is amazing. Yeah, I saw it at the cinema. It's really, really good.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, and the last question now, you may be a little bit too young to remember Bill and Ted, but do you know Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure?
I've never watched the Bill and Ted series.
Okay,
No.
no, that's okay. All you
It's all
really
right.
need to know is it's about time travel, and they travel through time in a phone booth time machine. So yeah, given that, Bill and Ted arrive outside of your door in their phone booth time machine and say, "Whoa, dude, Rufus has asked us to take you for a ride in our time booth phone machine."
Phone booth time
So
machine.
sorry, phone booth time machine. I never say that. I never say that properly.
It's a tongue twister.
Um, yeah, it really
Say it
is.
5 times as fast.
Exactly. So where do you go?
Oh wow. I think I just like to see how far in the future I can get
Hmm.
just to see how long the world would last, you know. I just want to and just to be there at the end and see how much we changed, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, I've never really been one for revisiting the past because, you know, conveniences of modern times and other things that we won't get
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I love to just sort of pop into the future, come back and live with the knowledge that no one else has that, oh yeah, we have about this many years
Yeah.
left and plan
Yeah.
accordingly. Yeah.
So you wouldn't go to the future and just like, find out some huge
Oh, the
company and
lottery
then
numbers or
yeah, yeah. I can
Spicy.
understand just having that knowledge of knowing exactly how long the world is going to last, and one, knowing if you're going to live through
yeah.
it,
Yeah, will it
or if
happen in
it's,
my
100.
lifetime or
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I think that's pretty cool. I'd like to. I think I'd like to do something like that too. I'm always one for going to the future.
Mm.
Yeah,
I was like, we already know what happens in the past, and yeah, sure,
exactly.
there's some awesome things that would be cool to check out in the past, but
Mhm.
I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know,
Yeah.
I want to know, I'm going to be selfish. I want to know how long I'm going to live for, and then
That's valid. Yeah.
just sort of tweak that as possible, whether I can become a cyborg or, you know, half human,
Mm.
half robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always like the idea of the unknown,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
it's just, I'd love to know what happens in, say, I don't know, even just 100, 200 years, if we're still around by then.
Yeah.
Um, I'd like
Do
to
we
see that. So
finally
I think
get
that's,
flying cars?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, Back to the Future lied to us. They said
Yeah,
2015 we
exactly.
were supposed to get all this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
we're 10 years past that now. We
Yeah.
still haven't we've got
Yeah.
self-driving cars, but we don't have flying cars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can definitely get
Disappointed.
behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. We're
Cool,
hopping
cool.
in the time booth phone machine together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you passed the icebreakers. You did well. It's
Definitely.
pressure's off.
Oof.
For
Um,
now, until we actually didn't tell you this, but we have bonus questions that we ask at the end. Um, they're author and book related, so they're not too
Oh,
hard.
okay. Okay.
But yeah, we just
just
thought
stress
we'd
your
let you
brain.
know,
Yeah.
We've broken the ice. Now we're going ice fishing.
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
We've broken the ice. I feel like we all know each other.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, so you can start to get ready for those.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, okay, well the first question we have, and because Ryan is a comic book nerd, and we like hearing
Yeah.
about origin stories. So
Oh,
what
nice.
is your author origin story? How did it start for you?
Well, I grew up and fell into a vat of acid. No. I did start writing when I was really young though. There was a lot of like taking printer paper out of the old archaic printers and just scrolling stuff on it and self-illustrating. And I think my first story, and apparently I couldn't tell the difference between these two, was called Teardrop, but it was about a raindrop. So
Mm,
there we go. Um, but yeah, I've been writing for as long as I can remember in places I shouldn't be, like my math textbook, which
mm.
really didn't need 500 words of creative fiction in it. Um, and yeah, it's I mean it just gets you through life, just having these little worlds of your own to dive into. So it's something I've been carrying with me and not really stopped over these past however many decades I've been alive.
Cool. That's fine. I
Awesome.
used to in school, my school diary and books were all filled with drawings. I didn't write anything
Yeah,
down. It was just it's just drawings, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Like I'm not listening, I'm drawing, you know?
yeah.
So it's good. Um who were some of your influences, I guess, when like sorry, Ryan, there's a cat jumping on the couch behind you.
Is it
Yeah.
Ripley?
Cat
That's Ripley.
cameo.
I have two. We have two
Oh,
cats. We have one. One. Her name's Ripley, after Eileen Ripley from the Alien series,
oh, hell yeah.
and then the other cat we have. She already had a name when we got her. Her name's Mavis, and she's in the bedroom with my wife at the moment. So
Oh,
she
bless.
she she's my shadow. She
Mm.
gets annoyed with me if I don't spend all day every day with her,
That
and
sounds like mine.
so
Yeah.
I'm sure when we finish the interview and I open the bedroom door, I'll get a scolding from her. She'll start meowing at me for keeping her away from
Just slap
me.
you.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
yeah, I've had to leave mine just a little bit open because I have a really clingy shadow cat as well, and
Oh no.
I couldn't live with myself if I shut her out. She was
Yeah.
actually
Oh
here for like
yeah.
the first like 10 minutes, and then she decided I was being too loud and just moved off. So
Uh,
yeah, bless the cats. We love them.
Yeah, I just like because it's just a bit of background. I was in hospital for probably about 10 months last year, and
Oh,
I didn't get to see her for 10 months. And when I got home, I was like my wife said, "Look, don't," because we've had cats. They're both, I think, both about 11 years
oh,
old.
bless.
And she said, "Look, don't be worried if Mavis doesn't come up to you straight away.
Mm.
You haven't seen her for 10 months. She got to sort of get used to you being around again." And we had just moved that day that I came home from hospital
Oh
too.
wow.
So like
Yeah,
they went
double
through a
whammy.
whole thing.
Yeah,
They'd been in one house their whole life, and then now they're in a new house.
yeah.
Anyway, so I got home from hospital about 6 in the evening, and my wife opened up the bedroom door, and within about an hour, she'd come out. She was all over me, and that whole night
Oh,
she slept on me for the whole night, did not move. And now
oh,
every night when we
baby.
go to bed, she sits on my lap for hours while I'm just on my tablet. And it's
Oh,
like we
I
were
love
never
that.
separated. So yeah,
Yeah.
because I missed the crap out of my cats when I was away. Like I got photos and videos and stuff, but it's not the
Yeah, it's
same
not the same.
as
Yeah.
having that affection and that love. And kind of, even with cats, like people say they're mean, and yes, they can
No.
be, but
Yeah,
my girls have always loved me.
yeah. And I think like a lot of times people mistake cats enforcing their boundaries with
mm.
being
Yeah,
mean. Yeah, they're just like us. They have off days sometimes. They're allowed.
exactly.
And they're cuter when they have them, so
Oh, well, and my cat that just jumped up on the couch behind me. Her name, like she's Ripley, and she's a tortoiseshell, and she still has her kitten face. She has a little kitten face,
oh,
even though she's 11. 11 months old. I'll see if I can grab her, actually. Give me a sec.
Yes.
Come
Grab
here,
the cat.
baby. Come
This
here.
is now cat
She's been
episode.
she's been on this podcast before, so she's used to her stardom.
Celebrity.
Um, so here
Look at
she is.
that.
This is
Three,
Ripley.
Look
two.
at a star. Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
viewers. Hello. Buy my daddy's shirt so I
Oh.
can eat. I need kibble. But yeah, see how she's got like a kitten's face.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
But
exactly what you mean. Oh my
yeah,
God.
but she's 11 years old. She was when she was young. She used to literally, my wife and I could not get a good night's sleep. She kept biting our toes every single night. We'd wake up at least once. But now that she's older, she's more affectionate and yeah. So that's Ripley.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, Ripley.
Welcome to
Oh,
the
look
cat
at her.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh, now
there's
she's
another
getting a bit
cat.
grumpy. Well, another one.
Yeah, they're both
On
here.
the couch, Mavis is.
Oh, maybe.
Mavis is broken in.
Oh, there you are. Hello. You're on camera too. I didn't
Welcome.
realize she was out.
Yeah. Welcome to the cat podcast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're going to
our
go
guests.
through the roof now because cats sell. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
See, that
viewership's
was
gonna.
my idea.
Yeah.
That was my idea. I wanted, and I figured by making Ripley say buy my daddy's shirt because I can't afford to eat,
Yeah.
would
Yeah, it
play
really
across the
appeals to the
sympathy. You know what
demographics
I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah.
That's it.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
stay
that's
living the
enough.
dream for Ripley and Mavis.
All right. Let's swing back to what I probably forgot I was asking. But where do your ideas come from? Do they just come to you, or can you point triggers? Like,
So I get inspiration. As a lot of times it's from like I love playing video games, RPGs especially. Yeah.
Nice.
And I just get it's so inspired, especially when you play an RPG and you're creating your own character to kind of
Mhm.
live the world through. It's easy to kind of build a world up in your head and build
Yeah.
a story for the character behind it all. And yeah, a lot of my inspiration comes from that and kind of like reimagining, the playing experience to, I don't know, a different world. Like, yeah, I have really lucid dreams as well, so they tend to
Mm.
get transplanted into all sorts of weird
That's cool.
shit. Sorry for swearing.
That's all right.
In there.
That's okay.
So
It's all good.
yeah, I get it's a hectic fever mishmash of cool RPGs, wild dreams, and yeah, love that.
That's
Love
awesome.
that for me.
Well, on one of our many tangents, that I absolutely love RPGs. They're my favorite style of video games. JRPGs, RPGs, whatever.
Yeah.
What's your favorite RPG of all time?
Of all time, oh man. Uh as a series, I'm really partial to Dragon Age.
Yep.
I know it's met a sad end recently as far as the studio dissolving and probably no continuations for a little
Mm.
while. But in my heart, from Origins onwards, I've always been a huge Dragon Age girl.
Awesome.
Yeah. Also like shout out to the recent Baldur's Gate 3. Who hasn't loved playing that
Yeah.
game? Yeah, just incredible, the atmosphere and everything. So yeah, gotta shout out those two for my specific favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't played any of the Baldur's Gate games until Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Now our mutual friend Chris was like, you need to get, because me and him, we like the same kind of games, and
Yeah.
he's like, you need to get on this. You can't say you're an RPG fan if you haven't played Baldur's Gate. And I said, look, I'm one of those guys. I'm a completionist. I said, look, do I have to have played the earlier ones? He's like, no, it's cool. It's a new story.
Mm.
You can just
Yeah.
jump on and. I ended up I haven't finished it, but I ended up creating a pretty badass dragon character, and
Hey.
I'm loving it. It's just one of those games where I can just jump out of, not play it for a month or two, and jump back in
Yeah.
and just be, right back up to where I was, in terms of story wise and everything like that. It's pretty badass. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a turn-based JRPG guy, but I have to admit that in the last, like I've I played Dragon Age Origins. I played Dragon Age Inquisition. I haven't played the new one just because money and like
Valid, very valid.
there's been so many great role playing games that's come out in the last 2 years that
Yeah,
I was like I just don't have enough money to buy
yeah, for
all of
sure.
them.
Yeah.
But I must give a shout out again to if you ever get a chance. It's more of a turn-based one, but the story is freaking phenomenal. Expedition 33 came
I'm
out
in the
not long
middle of
ago.
playing that right now.
Awesome,
I'm playing
awesome.
that right
I just finished that 2 days ago,
Oh
and
man.
I was like, wow, that game just makes you happy, sad. It's like one of the few games that actually made me shed a tear, and
Yeah,
it is so good. It has
it's
no
incredible
right to be
story.
that good from a studio that I literally have never heard of before. This game,
Yeah, it's such a I mean, indie studios recently have been
yeah,
fucking killing it. So
oh,
like,
100%.
man, I wish France was real. What a world.
Hmm. Oh, well, I'm glad. Are you, and you're obviously, you're liking Expedition 33?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm loving it. Like I feel like the game's supposed to have finished twice, but it's still going and
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm here
yeah.
for it.
And that doesn't stop, so enjoy that. So there's so many points I said to my wife, I'm up to the final boss, I'm gonna finish
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah,
she's
just a
like,
little longer.
awesome. And then I'm like, she looks at me, and I think when I said it the fourth time, she's like, is it really the final boss? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
don't know anymore.
but
We're
yeah,
just
awesome.
living
Well,
life.
if anyone related to that studio is listening, you have done a great job.
Yeah.
It's such a good game. It is such an amazing story, and it's really good to see some turn-based action back again because,
Yes,
you
absolutely.
know, like mainly the only turn-based stuff I've been getting are the like the remasters and
Yeah,
the
FF
updates
and
of all the
yeah.
awesome old games. But yeah, it's so good. I want more from those guys. I want them to stick to that
Yeah,
kind
me
of
too. For
game
sure.
because that story, man, like even just the first 15 minutes before you actually seriously start playing was
Yes.
absolutely gut-wrenching. And
Yeah.
yeah, so anyway, that it's not the Expedition 33 podcast, but
It
I
is
must
now.
say,
It is
and
now, ladies and gentlemen.
a little bit of trivia, seeing as you love the Daredevil series, do you realize Gustav is voiced by Charlie Cox?
I was waiting for my opening to also drop that little trivia
Yeah.
like, hey, we've done a full circle, by the way.
Hmm.
Like
And you've got
incredible cast just in
so
general
many
for that
like
game.
Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16,
Yeah, and Jennifer English
Andy
also.
Serkis. Yes, yes.
Yeah, also from
She's
Baldur's Gate
awesome.
3. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you got Andy Serkis, the master of all voices.
Yeah, wow.
It's such a good cast. And anyway,
Yeah, what a team.
let's
Yeah.
go off Expedition 33. But yeah, I hope I am going to follow you on Instagram, so message me when you finish it and let me know what you think.
Okay, awesome. Will do. That's a promise.
Mhm.
Awesome. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought.
Sorry,
We've
Jamie.
officially
You're right.
derailed
Jamie,
this
This
podcast.
is what we
you did
do.
ask what were some of Emma, what are
Inspirations.
some of your inspirations,
Oh yeah,
influences in terms of like writers? So who influenced you as you were growing up?
I was a huge fantasy series reader. So the usual suspects, like God, their names escape me now, but like the Dragonlance series, I read that over and over.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and C.S. Lewis with Narnia, obviously,
Yeah.
and Tolkien, God bless. I was a huge fantasy fan, and I swallowed all of it. I grew up thinking that I was gonna write the next Song of Ice and Fire, and then I
Mhm.
didn't realize in my little childhood glory just how much effort goes
Yeah.
into making such a fucking massive world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say huge shout out to the fantasy kingpins. Also Gillian Flynn, I think I mentioned her as well. Once I got into her books, I was completely sold on her as an author. And a lot of the classics, like, when you're growing up and you're doing school, they make you read some wild stuff. But I did love like the old Gothics like Jane Eyre and um Wuthering Heights. Just it's a nice mix of Gothic fantasy, more Gothic.
Um,
No, I think that's definitely a good batch of writers to like. Have you ever heard of a fantasy author from your neck of the woods called David Eddings?
I have not. I feel
It's really,
unpatriotic.
really good. Yeah, he's got a series out called now, mind you, this is from a long, long time ago. I got my grandmother gave me the books when I was like
Oh,
15 and now I'm 43. So it was a long, long time ago. But yeah, he's another great fantasy author. He's got a series out called The Belgariad, which is,
ooh.
typical hero's journey. A small boy from a farm has to save the world, typical
I love
RPG
that.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I believe he is from, uh, if not the UK, I think he's from Wales. I'm not 100% sure, but around the general
Yeah,
consensus
it's
area.
close enough considering the hugeness of the world and the tininess
Yeah,
of our
well,
island.
I think closer to you than he is to us, I think it's best to say.
I
So.
think that's a fair shout for sure.
Yeah. But no, look, 100%. Like if C.S. Lewis is a common inspiration for a lot of our
Yeah,
authors. I mean, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is fantastic. That's just one of
yeah,
his many, many amazing works. But I think we all kind of grew up with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I know I had
yeah.
to read
It's
it. I had to read it at school. Um, and then I joked with our last guest, we got that really crappy BBC series.
oh yeah,
Uh,
God, I remember that.
yeah, before we
Yeah,
got
that was a
those
doozy.
amazing movies. So,
I love the
yeah,
movies. Yeah,
100%, 100%.
like Tilda Swinton as the witch.
Yes,
mm,
Perfect. Chef's kiss.
she either plays a really good like a really good heroine or a really bad villainess. Like she can do
Yeah, the
evil.
versatility is insane. One of the best actors for sure.
100%.
yeah.
Sorry for taking over the conversation a bit, Jamie. I'm a little bit
No, it's all right.
wired.
No, we mentioned cats, we mentioned JRPGs. It's just like you're going like yes. It's
and
like
and
Like
horror
ping
and
pong balls.
horror as well.
yeah,
I
yeah.
swear because you're from Scotland, we have to be related somehow. With the amount of things that we like at the same.
Yeah, gonna have to compare the family trees.
Yeah.
Mm, definitely.
So you've got this novella coming out, or it's probably already going to be out when this episode's out. But like you mentioned, um, your love of like gothic fantasy and stuff like that. Is that something you're aspiring to do one day to write a big epic?
Yeah, it's still something I hope to do. It takes a lot of brain power and a lot of
Mm,
planning. It's not because I used to be a huge pantser. I've grown out of that now because my brain can't hold free thoughts
yeah,
for together for longer than a second.
yeah,
But yeah, I know it's something that'll take a lot of planning, and I really want to make sure it's perfect before I
yeah.
even get any other eyes on it. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll have my own wardrobe with lions and witches in it.
That's it.
Watch out, C.S.
That's it.
Lewis.
So are you have you jotted down ideas? Like do you have a notebook or a place where you write down all your ideas and
I have a more chaotic version where I have like different works in progress or like different versions of each other
yeah.
revisited after several years interim. And I figure that's close enough to a notebook for now.
Yeah, that's good. Um, yeah. Well, why don't we get into what's coming out?
Hmm.
Um, like I always start to do, we'll start with the cover art because Ryan
Yeah.
loves the cover art because it's like we're in the shop and we're browsing. So before we can find out what
Yeah.
is in it, we're gonna take a look at the cover together. So
And I'm going to ask you a question while Jamie's bringing that up. I don't
Uh-huh.
want to disrespect your work. How do you pronounce the title?
Uh I've been training for this moment. Sommarstuga.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I definitely would have said something different. So I thought we're not gonna disrespect you. We're gonna get you to pronounce it. So yeah,
Fine.
so I can definitely tell by the cover that it is a happy
Yes.
story with lots of
Yes,
bunny rabbits
everyone.
and
Yeah.
puppies and
Rainbows.
kittens and
Yeah.
rainbows and
Yeah.
all that
Many,
kind
many
of thing.
kinds. Yeah.
No, so obviously it is quite it looks like quite dark story. And I love the way that the snake on the front cover is intertwined with, with the title and with your name. I really like how that's been designed.
Yeah, it's such a
And
gorgeous cover.
oh, definitely. So did you design that yourself or did you outsource someone else to do that for you?
It was actually an in-house team for my
Okay,
wonderful publisher, Phoenix Murray, and they
awesome.
sent me the proof covers one day, and that was just smack dab in the middle of it, and I was like, this is
That's
all I
it.
ever
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
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 So shout out to my wonderful publisher and their talented artist.
So did you have an idea of what you wanted it to be, or did you just let them?
I honestly just let them do
Yeah.
it because I'm all
Hmm.
about like artistic license and all
Yeah.
that. But I think I always hoped in the back of my brain that it would be
Yeah.
kind of minimalistic and black and
Yeah.
red. Like that
Yeah.
was always like the thing I imagined. So to see it
Hmm.
come to life without me ever having said anything to them on
Yeah.
that like wavelength was like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm.
This is like I'm dreaming because it's just so
Yeah.
beautiful. I can't stop staring
It
at it.
really
Yeah.
is.
I think
And
I think that's like a testament to your book must be well written for them to be able to interpret it into
Oh,
what the cover should be. Like, I mean, that's
yeah,
if
definitely.
you're happy with it,
yeah.
then
I'm
you
over the moon.
obviously wrote something that they knew what you were writing, you know? They knew,
Yay.
yeah, no, so that's great.
So what does the title actually mean? So I'm assuming it's a word that represents what this story is about. And just reading the back cover, I'm already intrigued because it's like, yeah, lots of people die and come back and stay alive.
We love to see
So
people dying.
what's the significance of the title?
So it's actually a Swedish word, and
Okay.
it's a Swedish word for summer cabin. Um,
Oh.
and there's a custom, at least for the Swedish people I've known, where every summer around midsummer, they will go out to like these cabins, out in the countryside and just hang out together, have a lovely vibe. And I always thought that was a great setting for horror, not
Hmm.
just because of
Yeah.
anything supernatural, but because the thought of so many people in one space and somehow getting along seems
Mm.
like a horror story in the making to me. But yeah, and obviously you can see the summer cabin on the back cover
Yep.
there. It's
Yeah.
a tale about a group of college kids who come to spend the summer in at the Swedish countryside, and obviously everyone's happy and no one dies.
Well, in essence, what you're saying on the back, even though they die, they're still with us.
Yeah,
So,
That's the
yeah,
happy endings.
respawning. Yeah, it's fine.
But
Get good.
yeah, no, I definitely like the one of the reasons why I love doing this podcast is, I grew up on horror books as well, like kids horror
Mm,
stuff, like R.L. Stein to start with the Goosebumps is my first.
yeah, goosebumps. Yeah.
I think it's kind of all first horror people's journey into reading.
Yes.
And then I graduated to people like Christopher Pike, Dean Koontz, Stephen King, obviously.
Yeah, Stephen
Um,
King, God bless.
Oh, definitely. But the thing that this podcast has done, it's actually introduced me to a lot of indie writers who write in the horror genre. And I say this almost every episode. Janelle Sheikey is someone we interviewed about a month or a month and a half ago, and she has three horror books out, and I've read two of them, especially her latest one, The Clatterman, which is fantastic. I could definitely see that being adapted into a movie quite easily.
Ooh, that's
But
great
yeah,
choice.
I have discovered so many indie authors who do such a good job, if not better, than some of the published authors that at writing horror. So I mean, this to me looked like I absolutely can't wait to. I know it comes out tomorrow. For when we're recording this podcast, it comes out tomorrow.
So buy it now. Buy it
And
now.
so I'm
Yeah,
guessing, but I'm
buy it
guessing
right
it's
now.
out now, to buy it right now. But I'm also glad that you've got it on Kindle as well, because I have that many books that if I were to carry around all the books I wanted to read when I go away, it would be a very, very heavy
Yeah,
suitcase. So,
I love the convenience of a good ebook, so don't worry, we're
100%.
twins there.
100%. So I'll definitely be jumping on that tomorrow once it's live. So,
Yay!
but yeah, do you want to give us a bit of a rundown, a bit of a synopsis of the book itself? So just, a basic idea of what we can expect when we dive into it.
Well, you see the names of the three characters on the back there, Hannah, Alice, and Esme. The story unfolds through their different perspectives of the events that are going on. Esme, who is Alice's sister, is killed by Alice and comes back to life, which is obviously, I mean, first, you don't want anyone dying on your summer vacation. Second, you aren't really prepared for them to resurrect on your summer vacation either. So, and Esme might not be quite the same as she was before. And stuck in a cabin in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of friends who might not really like each other all that much. Makes for a spicy situation. Not as many kittens or rainbows as first promised. So sorry for leading you guys on.
Well, they could be there. Just because you don't talk about them doesn't mean they're not there.
Yeah, I mean they're there
Exactly.
somewhere. Yeah.
They could be hiding in the bushes out there watching people waiting to murder them slowly.
Yeah, just eating popcorn, chucking their wristwatches,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, that no, that. I mean, look, to be honest with you, if you put if you put a bunch of teenagers in a cabin, I'm expecting a horror movie or a horror story.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
just from, I grew up on Friday the 13th, and
hmm
that's just every single time. Why do they keep going back to this bloody cabin? But yeah, so no, sounds like it's definitely up my alley and any of our horror fans' alley. So.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So is this going to be the first in a series, or is this a one and done, and you're going to be working on something else?
I consider it a one and done, but I'm
Okay.
also a huge fan of, I believe Stephen King does it, where in his different books he alludes to the events of another book, so that it's all kind of like intertwined. I've always been a
Yeah.
fan of that. So maybe it all happens in the same universe. Who knows?
Awesome.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, I think Stephen King has all of his stories set in Maine, in
Yeah.
the US. I think because that's where he grew up, and they always say,
Mhm.
"Well, what you know." So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that sounds good. So little Easter eggs on in each
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
So did you go to a Swedish cabin to get inspiration or?
I didn't go to a Swedish cabin. I did go to Sweden, but I
Yeah.
stopped short of the cabin part.
Yeah. So is that where the idea came to you while you were over there?
Yeah, yeah. I was actually visiting an ex in Sweden, and every summer he would disappear off to a cabin in the middle of nowhere
Mm.
with no phone signal. And I was like, are you sure this is, are you gonna be okay? But yeah, he never actually got killed, guys. So no slandering the summer cabins here. They're usually quite safe.
Yeah. Now I
Uh,
wonder. I wonder if you named one of these characters after your ex, so you could kill him.
Only he will know.
Only he will know. Awesome. That's cool. So what are you working on now?
I have recently finished another manuscript
Oh wow.
for a full length novel this time. Sort of kind of future gothic. sort of near future, I kind of got inspired again. Video games. I finished my second playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077
Nice.
recently, and it just had me thinking all about like technology and how it impacts lives and our personalities. It's inspired by that with a little bit of folklore, old wives' tale kind of stuff. So hopefully in the future, you'll be able to get your hands on that too.
Awesome. Now it's time for my tangent, Ryan. Did you jump on Cyberpunk 2077 straight away, or did you wait for them to fix all the glitches?
I had it from day one.
Yeah.
My first playthrough was from day one, and in fairness, I was one of the lucky few who didn't have world-ending glitches.
Yeah.
But I was playing at the same time as my friend group, and oh boy,
Yeah.
not everyone had the same luck. It was an experience for sure.
Yeah.
I think that was because I didn't get a PS5 as soon. Like my Jamie and our friend Chris, they got PS5 day one,
Right.
and I didn't get mine. I think for maybe about 9 months to a year
Ooh.
until they'd been out. So by the time the Cyberpunk was one of the first two games I bought, and by the time that came out, because I wasn't gonna just buy it on we had one mate that bought it on PS4,
And it wouldn't function.
And he just
Oh, no.
literally did not. He literally did regret it immediately.
Yeah.
And then
He was
once he
swearing
got
his head
once he got a PS5 and he updated straight away. But by the time I got it, all the glitches were fixed,
Yeah.
and so my playthrough was pretty much
Yeah.
uneventful, but only because I decided to wait.
Yeah, smart man.
Yeah. Well, look, that was one of the few times where I was like, I'm glad I can't afford it straight away.
Yeah.
And then we have the shortage across the world, and everyone was selling them for double the price. I'm like, I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
But then, I got to enjoy Cyberpunk without any glitches.
Yeah.
I know Jamie had a fair few glitches. I think he would, every time I talked to him, he'd be like, "Yeah, I got this other glitch in Cyberpunk."
Yeah, but it wouldn't screw up the game. Like my favorite one was there was a busker. Someone was playing guitar, but had no guitar. It was just air guitaring.
Oh wow! Oh wow! That's the future, baby.
But it was just funny stuff like that. It wasn't like unplayable, But,
Yeah.
But I think if you bought it, if you got it on a PS4, man,
it wouldn't function.
Oh God, no.
That game is meant for next gen consoles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just I did not want to get it on PS4, even when they started offering, like the free upgrades.
Yeah.
That was one of the big selling points when the PS5 came out first. Said like, you get a free upgrade to PS5. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm gonna wait until
might as well just wait.
until I have a PS5, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah, it's an incredible story when it's not, peppered with the horrible bugs. Like one friend had the road just wouldn't load, so you saw these underground trees instead, which like a forbidden world from game dev that you weren't meant to see. But like aside from all that, the story is just so good, and especially with the addition of Phantom Liberty, it's like it's an incredible story. It's a shame like the journey started off so rough. And that's a whole other topic about game crunch, but
well, they were pressured into releasing it early, weren't they?
Yeah,
they
were.
Yeah.
And when it's a company that gives you The Witcher 3, give them some time. Give them some time,
Let them cook.
I mean, you really like. I fully admit, that I missed the Witcher train. I got into The Witcher very late. I didn't get to play. I didn't play The Wild Hunt, Witcher 3, until the first season of the show had come out.
Right.
So I was a bit behind on the Witcher trail. But then, as soon as I got into it, I'm like, wow, I know why this.
Yeah.
Well, two things. I know why this game is so amazing, and would you like to play a game of Gwent?
Yeah,
that was pretty much everything you asked.
We can wait. We must
exactly. Exactly.
And it was funny. It's like, help me, help save my family.
Yeah,
Gwent.
It's
I
kind of
love
like I absolutely love Final Fantasy VIII for that specific reason.
it.
There could be like you could literally be at the end game,
Yeah,
about to take on
Japan.
the final boss, and there's some NPCs over here, and you can go up. Would you like to play cards?
Yeah.
It's like the world is about to end, but would you like to play cards? Oh, there's
Yeah.
your cat.
Oh, hey! Here
No.
she is.
Oh,
She's
that's
a little
awesome.
love bug, and
She got is it a he or a she?
her name's
So
Treacle,
she got
and
jealous hearing about my
yeah,
cats.
she's like, "Oh, cats on the podcast
It's the
for
cat.
me."
It looks like the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It's Salem. I'm not. She doesn't know how to feel about that. Oh, she's coming.
What's
She's
her
coming to get you.
what's her real name?
Her name is Treacle, like treacle
Okay.
tart. Yeah.
Treacle.
Yeah.
She actually came to me with that name because I was fostering her, and then I stopped fostering her and adopted her instead. And she's
The
been
cat
here with us ever
distribution
since.
center, the cat distribution system worked well.
Yes.
That's the same with ours. Ours were what Ripley was a rescue. We got her when she was 4 weeks old. She was covered in fleas,
Oh gosh.
malnourished, and now she's like within a month she was back like she was her normal self. Like
Oh.
she was attacking our feet and. My wife who loves animals more than I do, if that's possible, but she literally bought a barbecue chicken and spent hours shredding it into tiny little pieces and
Oh,
hand fed Ripley bits of chicken, little
what
tiny
a
shreds of
cat.
chicken. And even to this day, if we have chicken, Ripley will 11 years later, she will still come up and go, "Can I have some? Can I have some chicken?"
Oh, chicken
Mm.
for me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I never had cats until I met my wife, and then we got two of the most amazing, affectionate cats.
yeah.
Now that's just Mavis can sense when you're having about to have a panic attack or you're about to like you've got so much anxiety. She will just sit on
Yeah.
you, and physically you can watch the anxiety drain away from me or my wife.
Yeah.
She
They have
just
such a healing energy. Chico's the
100%.
same way. Like if I'm crying for any reason, she stands on her
Mhm.
hind legs and puts her paws on my shoulder and she's like, "What's wrong?" And like, how can you keep crying when there's a little cat asking you
Oh,
what's wrong?
100%.
They're wonderful
That's
creatures.
they're such amazing animals, and the fact that because we went and visited my dad recently for a few
Mhm.
nights, and the fact that we can just put out enough food for them to last 3 nights without us, come back and the house is just it's not wrecked like if you had a dog.
Oh yeah.
Um, that you come home and they're like, "Oh, hi, you were gone. How are you? What's going on?" Like they're so independent. They require
Yeah.
so little work. Ripley will come and sit on me when she feels like one, she's too cold and wants to steal my body heat, or
Mhm.
two, if she just
Classic.
wants a little bit of affection. So they're just amazing animals. But yes, it's not the
Yeah.
cat podcast, but
It is now.
It
It's
could be.
cats and video games, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
cats and
cats and
video
video
games.
games. Maybe even
I
cats
like
playing
them.
video games. We'll
Oh,
work
that'd
up
be
to that.
cool. Mm. Speaking of that, I will say that when that game Stray came out, are you familiar with Stray? The
I
game.
am. Yes, I
I, tr-
have it. I have
I
to play it.
I couldn't play it because Ripley would keep jumping up on my TV and trying to. That's not a lie. Like my wife
Oh
can
my
attest
goodness.
that she literally Ripley would see the cat or I'd press the meow button and
Uh-huh.
wherever Ripley was, she would come up and like start tapping on the screen. And I'm like, please
Oh.
don't ruin my expensive Sony TV. Like I was just like, I bought the Sony TV with the well, around the time I got the PlayStation, so I could have the ultimate high definition
Mhm.
4K
Mhm.
experience. And here she's just tapping it. So I haven't actually
Yeah.
been able to play that game. Yeah, past
Oh,
about 15 minutes, which
that's how
sucks
you
because I
know
really,
it's
really want to because it looks like such an
yeah.
amazing game.
And that's how you know the cat's authentic. They put an authentic cat voice cast there if it gets other
Yep.
cats trying to beat them up.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I really want to play that game. I have a feeling I'm going to have to buy it on Steam, so that I can play it on my laptop. so that Ripley does it. Unless she'll probably jump up on my lap and start trying to
Yeah,
attack.
I feel like she'll find a way. Cats find a
Yeah,
way.
she always finds a way. So, but yeah, sorry for that extra tangent. Just when you said cats
Nice.
playing video games, I'm
Yeah,
like,
cats playing video games. It's
that's pretty much the
natural.
closest I've come to one of my cats playing a video game. He's Ripley getting annoyed with me for playing Stray. So yeah.
Maybe she
you
wants
go.
to play it, you know?
Cool. Well, you want to do some bonus stuff now?
Yeah, we'll jump
Bonus
into
question.
Bonus.
bonus questions, and when Jamie already knows which one he's going to be
I'm going
starting this
first.
one. Because my favorite question is the third
Yes.
question. So
Yes.
sorry, the last question. So
last
that means
question.
I have to do the second one. So
Yes.
but they're very
Patterns.
simple. They're author book related. So they're not. We're not going to ask you, what's the meaning of life or anything like that. It's just,
42.
yeah.
That's yeah. They still say that, man, because when we were in school, they were saying the meaning of life is 42, you know?
Yep. It's classic answer, don't fix what ain't broke.
And it's a really good movie as well. For another
Yeah.
tangent. There's a movie called
Yeah.
42 with
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman and
Oh,
our favorite resident favorite Alan Tudyk, isn't it?
Yes, Alan. God bless. What a man.
Speaking of Alan Tudyk, Jamie, something came up, and I know that we are friends and we do talk outside of the podcast, but I also have a thing where I need to tell you something when I remember it. So, you know how much you love Alan Tudyk.
Yes, I do.
Have you watched Tucker and Dale vs. Evil?
No, I've been meaning to. It's one of those
You
movies that
really
keeps
need
popping up.
to.
Yeah.
It is. I watched it, I think, maybe about, oh God, probably about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good. Have
Yeah.
you seen that movie, Emma?
No, I have not.
Okay, so basically, just to give you an idea, it's these guys that plan to kill a whole bunch of kids in a cabin, but the kids just keep dying on accident around there. Like there's one scene where Alan Tudyk and this other guy, they play like real hillbillies.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get some money for some reason, and they're like, "We're gonna kill someone." And like the one scene where Alan Tudyk's ready, he swings an axe to try and hit someone. The guy misses. He misses with the axe. The guy falls over, trips over a rake, and falls into a wood chipper. And it's just all like comedy of errors
yeah.
like that. It's like a
Yeah.
horror/comedy.
Oh, I
But yeah,
love that.
Jamie, you need to
Yeah.
get onto that because I know how much you love Alan
Yeah.
Tudyk.
That reminds me of this old random movie with Dylan Moran. You know Dylan Moran from Black Books?
Mm-hmm.
He did a movie called A Film with Me in It, and it's like the same thing. Like someone accidentally dies in his house, and
Yeah.
then the cop comes to investigate, and then the cop accidentally dies, and
Yeah.
and then he has three bodies to deal with, and it's just like they're all accidents, but they all look. He's all worried that he's going to be blamed for it or whatever, so he ends up trying to hide all the body. Yeah, it's very funny. Been a long time since I've seen it, but
Okay.
Mention of Alan Tudyk also got me thinking of a movie to complete the tangent trifecta.
Okay, yeah.
Have you guys watched A Knight's Tale?
yes,
Yeah,
I
for
watched that.
sure.
Yeah.
I watched that again recently. Just it popped up, and I was like, I haven't watched it in 20 years.
Yeah.
Everyone's
it's still
in
so
it.
good. Yeah, everyone.
And I
It's
honestly,
Yeah,
Heath Ledger and
Paul
Tudyk
Bettany.
yep,
and fucking Mark Addy, Robert Baratheon,
yeah.
Yeah.
of all people. Yeah.
And
That
one
was
of my
such a
favorite
good
movies.
movie.
I forgot
It's
how
so good.
bright red hair that Alan Tudyk used to have.
Yeah.
It's
Because
just like,
And he's
was,
such a baby.
yeah,
he is. He looked so. I mean, we're currently. Well, Jamie had finished it. I'm got 3 episodes to go, but I'm currently finishing Resident Alien, which is his amazing TV show where he plays an alien, and it's just
so good.
typical Alan Tudyk. And then to watch Knight's Tale. After watching all of his stuff, I mean, he was amazing in that. He was so good in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, he was in Dodgeball too. Yeah.
Yeah.
and like he always seems to play CGI characters as well.
Yeah.
You know, like he was in the new Superman movie. He was one of the robots
The
in
Yeah.
Superman's
Rogue.
Fortress, and I think
He
he's
was
in
also
Doom
the droid
Patrol.
in Rogue One,
Yeah,
wasn't
Rogue
he?
One. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was too. Yeah, and he was wasn't he
iRobot.
in Doom Patrol as well?
No, that was Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Brendan Fraser. Yep, sorry, my bad.
Alan Tudyk was in his first robotic role was iRobot with Will Smith.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
He's such a good
Cool.
actor.
he's a there
Wow.
was this really cool tangent again. Trivia show from probably 10 years ago with Zachary Levi called Geeks Who Drink or something. And it's a trivia show, and it's all nerd. It's like complete nerd related. And Alan Tudyk was a guest on it once, and then and he forgot that he was in iRobot. You know?
I feel less bad about that now.
It was a soft trivia quest, softball trivia question, and he didn't get it, you know, even though he was in the movie. I think they got clips of it on YouTube, but that show was the bomb. It was like it was the dream show for nerds, you know, just
Yeah, I
nerd
remember
trivia.
you gave it to me. I remember you gave it to me on hard drive, and I
Yeah.
watched it. So such a good show.
Because they had this round where it's like you got, I think it's 3 people on each team, and then it's just like they pick a category. It's like name a character from Harry Potter, but you can't repeat the name, and it just goes, and you just keep going around in an endless circle until people run out. You know, and you got a time limit. It's a fantastic show.
Nice.
They only got 1 season though, so it sucked. I was like, give me more.
Yeah, well,
give me more.
that's how
show's only
things
a one
work.
season.
If something's good, that it doesn't last for very long.
Yeah, all my favorite shows get cancelled. It's actually a curse.
Yeah, but it was a really cool panel show, and it's like, so you've got like one of my favorite shows is Would I Lie to You? And that's been going for 17, 18 years. It's just, you know, can't you make this go for 18 years? Yeah, but I digress.
And it's not like they would have run out of material. I mean, we're currently living in the prime, like our era of the nerd.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I used to get picked on and beat up in school for being a nerd, and now people come to me asking me questions about the MCU and Superman and stuff like that. So now we're kings, but you know, back in the day we used to get the shit kicked out of us.
That's it. We haven't even asked the first question yet, have we?
No, we haven't. That's what I love. That's what I love about this conversation. We're having a really good. It's been really good because you know what? At the end of the day, what we always say, Emma, is we like to get to know the person behind the book. We'll talk about the book a little bit, but we're not like other podcasts where we'll get the book in advance, we'll read the book, we'll talk all about the book. Because I figure if I know the person, if I feel like I've had a connection with the person, I'm going to buy the book whether I know lots about. I mean, we joke, but pretty much every guest that we've had on this show, I have bought their book.
There you
and we've been doing this for like 4 years.
Wow.
With the interview thing. So I've read a lot of amazing books over the last 4 years, and you know, it's mainly because we've had such good chats with the people that we have on.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why we like to say it's just 3 friends having a chat, and 2 of them happen to be authors. So you know, that's why we encourage tangents, we encourage longer answers to shorter questions. Like with these questions, they can be answered with 1 word, but we prefer, you know, expand on that.
Could you imagine?
With that in mind.
He's trying his best.
What's a book from your early reading days that stuck with you?
Oh, God. The Anne of Green Gables series, because my mom got me an entire box set of the entire like paperback series, and like just on a whim, I had no idea about it because I was a kid, and she said, you know, I enjoyed this in my childhood. I think you'll like it, and is like obviously there's a sentimental value to it as well, but also just the way. Like I've never been to Canada, but I feel like I've been to Prince Edward Island. It's like just the way they, you know, the place and the characters and everything was described. So it's just something that stuck with me. It's still like my favorite thing to call on when I think of places and how well they're described and how evocative like words can be. So kind of a out of nowhere pick maybe, but yeah, Anne of
That's
Green
fine.
Gables by Ellen Montgomery.
I find that they're the ones that really do stick with you. You know, ones that you think you're not gonna like,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, bang! You know, that's
yeah.
the same. Like when I was younger, as I said, I just started with Goosebumps. My mum would buy me a new one every week because they came out so damn quickly. Um, but then my grandmother's like, oh, why don't you, I loved these books growing up. I loved um, this author called David Eddings.
Mhm.
Why don't you give it a go? And I was like, I don't like fantasy really. Like I wasn't really into, I mean, I like comic books. And she's like, well, give it a go. And then I absolutely devoured those books. And luckily she had all of the books
Oh,
at
lovely.
her house, all of the series. So I absolutely devoured that. And it's, again, still my go-to when I want a bit of fantasy and I've got, nothing to read, which is hardly ever, but well, I will go and pick up the Bulgaria because I've got it in hardcover, on a paperback, and also in digital version. So it it's funny how, and it introduced me to the whole world of fantasy, and then I started getting
Mhm.
into JRPGs and RPGs, and it shaped me as the person who I am now. So
Yeah.
it I never thought that I would like these books that my grandmother read, and it ended up being the best thing she ever did for me.
Yeah. They
So
have a real eye for dark
yeah,
horses.
definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. All right, in saying that, question number two, and I'm just going to bring up the window again because I was just on Amazon trying to buy your book, but it's not out till
Oh.
tomorrow. So that's cool. I can get it tomorrow. I've left the page open. But okay, question number two is okay. So if you could spend the day with any fictional character, now this fictional character can be from books, from movies, from TV shows, from video games. Who would it be, and what would you do?
I'm gonna show a bit of my culture here. I'm gonna have to say the Doctor and his
Okay,
TARDIS from Doctor Who,
Doctor
because like,
okay.
Who.
I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want, and he'll take
Mm,
you anywhere. And
mm,
somehow he never like he gets into scrapes, but he always finds a way out of it. So it's just a chill ride from there.
mm.
Okay. Can I ask who your favorite actor that played Doctor Who is?
Oh man, this might be a little controversial, but he was the one playing the Doctor when I fully got into it, and so I have a sentimental tie to it, and I know at least one person who will give me shit for it because she hates his Doctor. It's Matt Smith's
Ah,
Oh,
stint
come
as
on.
11.
Matt Smith's the bomb.
I
Yeah,
believe you can give Matt Smith the Matt Smith. You could say, okay, in this movie, I want you to act like a leaf and do nothing but act like a leaf, and it would be a masterpiece.
He'd win an Oscar.
That that man can act like seriously anything Matt Smith's in, I will be all on board for.
yeah, because I mean his recent stuff like House of the Dragon,
Yeah,
and he was in freaking Morbius, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he
he
made
can
that
do
movie good.
anything. Yeah, he's the only good part, or so I've heard. I have not gone in there for Morbin time
Eh,
stuff for me.
it's not a bad movie. It's pretty good. Like it's a decent movie, but the fact that it has Matt Smith in it as the
Mm.
villain is just so much better. It
God, I love
literally
when he plays a
it's
villain.
probably one of the best Spider-Man spin-offs, aside from Venom that has come
Yeah,
out. So
yeah,
I love Venom.
yeah.
oh yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to
Yeah,
be like a huge hulking symbiote? You know,
yeah,
with,
yeah.
especially the last one. Like a lot of people bag out the last one, but I actually really, really enjoyed it.
Mm.
I thought it was a great send off to a really good character, and I think the movies were very good. I mean, they weren't. I wouldn't give them a 10 out of 10, but they were all really enjoyable,
Yeah,
and they were
Yeah,
all like they all have good rewatch value.
yeah.
yeah. I feel like Venom's a good measure for how much do you like to have fun? Because if you just want to
Exactly.
have fun, it's
Yeah, that's
great,
what it
you
is.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't
would
take
have
it too seriously.
I would have loved to seen him meet Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man though, because
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
tone would have been perfect. Like the
Yeah,
tone would have just matched.
I miss Andrew Spider-Man. Like, I know Tom kills it, but Andrew is my special Spider-Man.
See this right here. He's my favorite. And what really
Yeah.
made me realize he was the best is when you watched No Way Home and
Yeah.
the audience reaction to each.
Yeah, that was so
His was
heartwarming.
louder. His was way louder than Tobey Maguire's. People were
Yeah.
like, "No!" You know, and
Yeah, because
it
you
was so
don't know
good.
what you had
Yeah,
until it's
and like I
gone
said,
and
look,
then it's back.
I don't hate the other ones. It's just like
Yeah.
he's my preferred. You know,
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
they all bring value to the role.
Yeah.
I still rate Spider-Man 2 as one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made with Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire. That film was
Hmm.
just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Um,
classic.
but you know, it's just Andrew's the stronger actor.
Yeah. He made Peter really likable to me, which
Yeah,
I guess like a lot of people who don't like Andrews often say like he made Peter unlikable or like too douchey, but I never really saw that.
no.
He's very down to earth and very casual, and when I learned that Andrew Garfield was English afterwards, I was very confused.
Well, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the same with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
Yeah. What?
this guy.
What?
He sounds like Alfred the Butler. You know, like that's his accent. You know, it's like,
Yeah. God, actors
hello,
when
I'm
they act.
Batman. I'm Batman.
No, no, Alfred, I'm Batman. You don't understand.
I love Christian Bale. I watched Reign of Fire recently again, and he's just so good. You know,
He's great. Yeah, great
yeah.
actor.
Cool. All right, let's move on. Speaking of great actors and great voices, this next one is a wonderful question. I'll set the scene for you. Okay, I'll set
Okay.
the scene. This is the scene. You're in a log cabin. It's nice and warm, and someone's gonna
How did
come
you get
in.
this picture of me?
Someone's gonna come in and read your favorite book to you. So we want to know what your
Oh,
favorite book is, and we want to know who is going to read it to you. Now, they can be living, dead, famous or not
ooh.
famous, free range.
I'm gonna pick a recent favorite book, which will be a doozy to hear read out loud, given its contents. The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, okay.
And just because it's already wild, I'm gonna pick Matt Mikkelsen
Nice.
to read it to me. Hannibal Lecter reading The Exorcist. Like, what more could you ask for?
There you go.
It won't be a cozy night, but it will be a night.
And you're in a log cabin, so who knows what'll happen.
No one, maybe someone will
Historically.
die. I was going to say
Someone
historically,
might
when you're in a log cabin, a lot of people end up dead. But
That.
maybe not this time. Maybe
Not just, yeah.
Matt can read you the book and everything will be okay.
I'm sure there's nothing ominous, no tone
No.
set by reading The Exorcist to me whatsoever.
No, I mean, you like I said, you are picking one of the very first scariest movie, scariest story that have ever been created. But you know, you never know.
Might
But
just be a fun night.
Yeah.
Of
exactly,
cats.
yeah, it might just be a nice night with no serial killers hiding in the backyard.
Mm.
But, okay, question number 4 is what is a must-read indie book?
Ooh, a must-read indie book. Bop, 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 bop. I can't think of an indie book. I like the levels of indie all meld together to me.
Or maybe just a book that's a lesser known one. It's not like a bestseller.
Yeah.
Like
Well, there is one that came out recently that it's called Immaculate Conception by Lin Huang,
Okay.
which was a God, how do you even describe it? Kind of a mind fuck, honestly. But it's a commentary on the climate change and also AI topically, how it affects like artists and the art they're creating and the concept of originality in that space, and also a really incisive commentary on the jealousy you can feel towards someone that you also really love. and it's also kind of gothic horror at the same. It's a lovely mishmash of genres and still stuck in my head.
Okay.
And I believe released a few months ago. So yeah, do
Yeah.
recommend.
Excellent.
Awesome. So Jamie will put a
Yep.
picture of that up
Yep.
when
Everything nice and pretty.
Yeah, and we're gonna because we like to link it in the show notes too, so that people can, if
Oh,
they're
lovely.
interested, they can jump on.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Second last question before Ryan's
Mhm.
favorite question.
Yes.
So this is a bit of a creative one for you, but if you could take
Mhm.
any character from your book
Oh boy.
and throw them into someone else's works in any medium, so it can be video games, movies, TV shows, whatever, but from fiction to fiction, who are you taking and where are they going?
Oh, damn. I mean, I know the world I'd want to transplant them into, but I can't pick which one which character specifically, because given that they're college kids, they're all different levels of completely dumb. I say this with affection in my heart. But I'd love to see any one of them in Faerun and Baldur's Gate 3
Baldur's Gate.
specifically, just
Yes.
because just imagine a whole group of college kids trying to get rid of a fucking tadpole in their brain. It'll be ridiculous. So yeah, I cheated a little by not picking a single character, but
That's all right.
I'd love to see the entire cast content
Okay.
with mind flayers.
Well,
No.
you know, essentially they're pretty much all protagonists. Like in most horror, each person gets their own
Yeah.
Yeah.
time to shine. So I think we can be a little bit lenient on
Lenient.
that.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the next question, there is no leniency
Oh no.
whatsoever.
There's
Oh,
Because
no.
we've had a lot of people who have been, oh, this. No, it is 3 books, and as long as the stories are contained within one cover, it is considered one book. Now, in saying that, you are shipwrecked
Oh
on a
boy.
desert island for the rest of
Yep.
your life. There is no chance that you are ever going to come home. You're never going to make it home. That's just a given. You're stuck on this island for the rest of your life. What 3 books would you take?
Um. Uh.
Because we've had
Looking at
people go, oh,
my answers.
we've had people go, oh, I'll take this series and this series. No. It's 3 books. If
Yeah.
the book, because there was a limited edition of The Lord of the Rings that came out with all 3 books in one hardcover, that we will consider as one book because it's within
Okay.
one cover.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
can't just say, I want to take the entire, Jack Reacher series or,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull something from my room as a first option.
Ooh.
Mostly
Okay.
to show it off.
Show and tell.
It sounds heavy.
It is very heavy.
It's the complete collection of.
It's pretty much, yeah, this huge book of Jane Austen's works.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Hardcover, single book, so I've got a lot of stories to get through. That's my first
That
book.
would be considered as one book because it is
Yeah.
in
Yes.
fact one book.
Yeah, it is in fact one book. Another is a collection of short stories called Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. That would be my second pick. And for my
Okay.
third pick, I'm just gonna pick Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know, it's
Nice.
got horror, it's got that gothic atmosphere. It's got a bit of comedy because I guess there's a cowboy vampire hunter.
Yep.
It's good stuff. Yeah. So
Awesome.
Excellent. Now on Jane Austen, because he seems like you're a bit of a fan, because I have this argument with my family all the time. My sister and my mother and my niece love Pride and Prejudice, right? And there's this movie called Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and they refuse to watch it. Have you watched it?
refuse to watch it. I haven't watched it, but I kind of want to because I I learned recently that Lily James is in it. Like it's always been on my periphery, but Lily James is in it, and I've loved her work. So
And
I'm having fun. They can be zombies.
This might sell it even more. Matt Smith's in it too.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
As Mr. Collins.
Oh my god, what a role for Matt Smith to play! Incredible.
Look, it is a fun movie. I'm just going to say that, and it's like I think they handle the characters very well. I mean, I'm not an expert on Jane on Pride and Prejudice, but I've been forced to watch the old movies. But it's fun. Like,
yeah, I think more people should be open to having fun. No disrespect to your wonderful family.
No, well, my sister says she won't watch it because she's worried she'll like it. Yeah, and then she has to walk around saying she likes Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
I think there are worse things in this world to like. I think she'll be fine.
Yes. And it's not a graphic zombie movie. Like there's no real heads explode and a few decapitations, but it's not the Walking Dead gore. It's
no. God, no. It's just that, like, I was gonna say slasher, but I think it's more a shooter than a slasher from the trailers I've seen.
Well, there's no like it literally opens, spoiler alert, with someone getting their head chopped off, but from their perspective.
Lovely.
Like it cuts the camera, and the blur, and then you see a head, but it's pretty tame.
Yeah,
in comparison to like the zombie stuff. And they're zombies that eat brains, they're not zombies that
Yeah. God.
Yeah, but
there's some terrible zombies out there. I hate the ones that run.
Yeah. The 28 days.
Yeah.
Which we've heard that they're technically not zombies.
No, yeah. So they're infected by a virus that enhances the rage gene.
Yeah, the rage.
So it's rage. But in saying that,
they should do that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that they literally have a single purpose.
Yeah.
And that is to wipe out anyone and everything.
Yeah.
So to me, it's still kind of zombie-like.
Yeah.
So but that's cool. Look, to each their own. But I always loved Danny Boyle for that because I think he was one of the first people that made zombies not just lumber.
Yeah.
Reinvent them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Make them scarier. Like they're already baseline scary, but I think it's easy to get like over time desensitized to. Okay, here's a zombie. So it's definitely it's nice to see a change of pace and. Those zombies are the scariest.
the Walking Dead kind of lost me because like I've read all the comics and they're great, but with the Walking Dead, like they just lumber and they were so easy to pick off. Like if you could walk up to a zombie, hold its head and shove a knife in its brain without even getting close to being attacked, it's just not scary for me. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that's why I love the 28 Days Later zombies. They're just throwing themselves through windows and doors to get you. You know what I mean? So
it's an interesting comparison too, because I think Robert Kirkland has mentioned that his aim with The Walking Dead was to show more the horror of the people who live rather than just the zombies. And I feel like 28 Days Later manages to do both and doubly terrify you. So
Oh, 100%. And especially like I know you haven't seen the last one, but the latest one, it does that impeccably. Like it not only deals with the creatures themselves, but it actually deals with the evil element of human society as well once that sort of happens. So definitely 100% they get it right in that movie.
Look at that, full circle.
I was just thinking that too. Like,
so thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Last thing we'll get you to do is plug yourself, your website, your socials, whatever you want to plug. The floor is yours. Just have at it.
Well, please buy my book. It will be available on Amazon and other platforms, and also on the publisher's website directly, which is whimsillusion.com. And my socials, I have a card, which is mononoke.card.co, with the first O being a 0. So
Yep.
come find me.
Cool.
That's it. I'm not great at plugging myself.
That's what these podcasts are for, so you can have, so people can find you.
Yay.
So yes, all the links will be down in the show notes, guys. Thank you for joining us again, and if you want to reach out to thetrueandthefictional@gmail.com, but please be patient, because we have a serious long list to get through. But
and that's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Like we could be sitting. There were times when we first started where we were like, we need someone to do an interview, and we only had one person a month or one person a fortnight.
Yeah.
And now we're doing multiple interviews a week, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Look how far you guys have come.
It's great. It is great, but I do encourage you guys to, if you don't hear from us, reach out again, because we're like, it's me and Ryan doing this thing, so it's like emails will get lost and messages will get lost, and I have a calendar now, so it's
Hey, that's how you know you've made it.
Yeah. But guys, check out our sponsors, Rebecca Cassells, Martin Kearns, buy their stuff, support them, and keep reading those indie books, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
See you next time.